Today, I'm talking to Joe Bashorun, a titan of the local music scene. Everybody knows Joe. If you are in a venue and there's a silver-haired mad scientist behind the keyboard, playing this virtuosic jazz piano with his right hand and unshakable bass patterns with his left or with his feet, then that's Joe. Throughout his long and illustrious career, he has not only been a pianist and keyboard player, but also a drummer, double bass player, singer, musical director, band leader, session musician, songwriter, composer, arranger, sound engineer, and producer. He has been sharing his life on and off stage for more than 2 decades with his equally noteworthy wife, Carrie, and has 2 daughters, a grandson, and 2 cats. By the way, Carrie is going to get her own episode a little later on because she also has a ton of wisdom to share. But Joe grew up in London to musician parents in an era and an environment that he describes as inspirational. He trained as a classical pianist, though by age 16, he and some friends were holding weekly rehearsals playing jazz and fusion and making their way through the real book. Within a few years, Joe had made a name for himself gigging on the local music scene and was recording, performing, and touring the world with saxophonist Courtney Pine. As the first young, Black, British-born jazz musicians in England, they became the face of the new jazz movement in the UK. From packed local venues to concert halls, to TV shows, to jazz festivals all over the world, Joe performed for audiences internationally, sometimes massive ones, sometimes with delirious, screaming fans. Joe continued to perform jazz for a few more years, but also transitioned more into the pop music and session recording world. While still in his 20s, his first big pop gig on keys was for Womack and Womack, and through them, he met and played with some of pop's biggest names. He gigged relentlessly and was on tour outside the UK for at least 6 months every year. In 1985, family connections led him to Vancouver, where he met Henry Brown, a bass player and band leader. They would work together sporadically over the years, and in 2001, when Henry needed a keyboard player for a gig in Singapore, Joe joined a band that included Henry's cousin, Carrie, on vocals. Joe and Carrie spent a year in Australia touring as Tina Arena's keyboardist/musical director and backing vocalist before returning to the hotel residency circuit, where together they became an indomitable force, leading their own band and touring Asia for most of the next 15 years, which is how we met. They came to Dubai in 2015 because they'd heard good things. You're going to hear a lot today about how, according to Joe, Dubai has definitely lived up to the hype. Joe gigs every week with Nouveau Soul, playing jazz, blues, groove, and funk, and continues to be a driving, positive force in the local scene. Joe is a wealth of stories and wisdom and insight into the music industry and living life as a musician. He's someone who I consider to be a musical fairy godfather, and I've turned to him for advice and support many times in the years we've known each other. And I will continue to, no doubt. There are a million things that I want to talk to Joe about, that we have talked about. But for today, we'll try to keep it as focused as we can. We'll try. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lady J podcast. This is episode 2, and I am thrilled this evening to be joined by none other than the legend that is Mr. Joe Bashorun. Welcome, Joe.
Oh, thank you very much. Lovely to be here.
You're always lovely to have Joe with me. We've just been talking. We should have rolled tape. Yeah. We've already been talking for 2 hours. But this is because Joe is literally a legend. He's been around for, I will let him tell you how long, a hot minute. Mm-hmm. And we've even known each other now for a little while. Yeah. So we met in 2009 in Shenzhen, China, when our band came in to take over the gig from his band who were finishing their contract. And it's a date that we could look up because it was the night of President Obama's first inaugural speech. And so as we were meeting each other, Joe had to cut things short because he needed to go off and watch that. And I thought,
boring.
I thought that's weird to do. Now that I know him, it is not at all weird. It's definitely within his wheelhouse. It's fantastic that you cared so much about this, a historic event.
Absolutely,
historic event. Yeah,
Indeed,
perhaps I should have cared more. But so we've been And then we're friends. Like,
Yeah.
we've been friends since 2009.
Yeah. I know.
But also we have worked together a little bit.
We have.
We have. So Joe was in my band for a couple of years, actually.
years, yeah.
We did our last hotel residency contract together. So that was here in Dubai. Kind of brought us to Dubai in 2015. 2016
Yeah.
you joined
Yeah.
me. And we did that at the Music Room, for those of you who will remember, for about a year and a half. And then we freelanced together
Yeah.
for about another year.
Played at the Hard Rock.
At Hard Rock Cafe and McGettigan's in LA. We
Yeah.
opened that. Yeah. Joe was drumming for me at that time and singing, of course, always singing lead, singing back vocals. And then since then, he's been knocking around town with the Nouveau Soul on keys. And so here we are,
Yeah. All these years later, right?
all these years later, still hanging around.
You still look the same.
Lie. What a lie. But you've been making music long before 2009. So, can yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 4 decades as a professional gigging
I know, it's
musician.
Crazy. I can't even fathom it. Yeah. Since 1982.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It always makes us laugh because Felix is born in 84. So,
So I could have probably played at his christening or something, couldn't I?
like that. They couldn't afford you. You were already too high profile for us. But as you will have heard in Joe's bio, he's done lots of fantastic things the world over. So he's been a professional gigging musician for decades. He's been a studio musician. He's been a musical director and a bass player and a keyboard player and a drummer. And so I think he is uniquely positioned to discuss today's topic that we are whittling down after 2 hours of chit chat, which is I want Joe actually to kind of zoom out and tell us, in his opinion, how the live gigging music scene has changed since 1982.
Wow. Yeah.
In 50 words or less.
In 50, right? In under 30 seconds.
Right.
Go. It's changed hugely.
Yeah.
As with most change, it's a combination of things.
Yeah.
Technology has been probably at the basis of the change. That's been going on in the music industry since even before I was born, you know, back in the days when they had big bands, 25-piece, 30-piece bands with horn sections and singers and, you know, and then, you know, smaller bands came in that could make a big sound. And then from that point, then synthesizers came in that could make and replace the sound of horn, you know. So technology is at the forefront of that. DJs, you know, no offense to DJs. I love DJs, but, you know, they make a big sound and then it's one person that you have to pay.
Right.
It's a different type of entertainment.
Yeah.
So I don't ever feel threatened in that sense. I think we both do different things, but nevertheless, it has an impact.
Yeah.
So DJs, just like I said, technology, keyboards, synthesizers, sequencers. I mean, the sound, we've all worked with these things to bolster up the sound of our band or give it a little extra, you know, little icing on the top. And it has affected the amount of people that get employed, the amount of gigs that are on offer. So that's part of it. That's not the full story, though. I think people's interest, I think society has changed. I think the value of music in society has changed to a large part.
Yeah.
I think what people are willing to pay for it has changed because people often don't have to pay for it anymore. For those who don't know the difference, who've only been born since technology has been where it's at, they just take it for granted. And I kind of don't blame them. It's what they know. But we've not done anything, or the industry's not done anything to kind of, you know, get any kind of assurances that we can, maintain and guarantee a status quo. It's kind of just let it dwindle. I don't want to get too much into my thoughts about the music industry.
The man.
And the man. The powers that be. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on that. But essentially, it's never really, it's a business. Yeah. And I think that's the first thing that anyone who's trying to get into this industry, into this world of music, playing music professionally, has to fully understand and acknowledge this and write it down 100 times or more, that this is a business. It's called the music business. Yeah. Or the music industry. And anytime you've got the word business and industry, it means the same thing. Money. Mm-hmm. And when there's money involved, it starts getting corrupt and nasty, But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You just have to be prepared for that. Recognize that this industry, it is an art form. Music is an art, like painting, like acting, like dancing. But also like those things as well is there's an industry that's involved in it. And so just recognize that, And but it's changed. There's less gigs around.
Yep.
There's less there's just less to be offered. I mean, I have to say that where we're sitting right now in this wonderful place of Dubai with all its wondrous gifts and this wonderful weather right now. Oh my goodness.
We had a sandstorm today.
And rain.
Oh, we didn't get rain. We just got sand.
Yeah, sand and rain.
Okay.
Great combination. And 45 degrees of heat and 100% humidity. Great. But no, we love Dubai. It's an amazing place. But more specifically to us and what we do here, I think it has an amazing amount to offer. I mean, in the years I've traveled around the world doing the various things, whether it be pop, jazz, whether it be for famous artists or not famous artists, whether it be for cover bands or not cover bands, this place for me in those 40 plus years is, I think, the best I've ever seen. Yeah, I couldn't imagine finishing a career, and I don't know when it's going to finish. Hopefully it's going to last a little longer than just tonight. Please come and see me in hopefully the next 5, 10, maybe even 15 years. Yeah. But I couldn't imagine finishing in any better way. This place, the environment, the fellow musicians that we have with us, the camaraderie, the people, the clients, the guests, the audience. I just think they're amazing. I think there's I think that people end up in Dubai, whether they be locals, obviously they're born here, but the people that end up here, the expats, I think all of us, the locals and the expats, there's a quality of a being.
I was going to ask you, what makes it special? Because I think Dubai audiences often get a bad rap.
Yeah.
For being distracted, for being unenthusiastic, for being kind of too cool. So they're quite blasé, but
I just think, and those things can apply, and it depends on the gig, and it depends on the night and the venue, and that's all very well. I mean, they've paid their money. So,
Right. They can behave how they want. Within limits,
reason.
Right?
Yeah. Let's have no bottle throwing or anything like that. But no, I just think that there's a quality within, whether you're a local born here, whether you've come from Canada, whether you've come from Europe somewhere, or Spain or South America. I think there's a quality that links everybody that gets it. That gets Dubai, because not everybody gets it.
Not everybody gets it, yeah.
But I think that for those who do, there's something that links them. There's a quality of being. It's not like I've not seen it anywhere else in the world, but I haven't seen it in this concentration, in this abundance. I meet people with so much, like people I meet in my gigs nightly, and I go around, as you know, as you do too.
I don't.
You don't?
No. I know what Joe's going to say. He goes around, he talks to everybody and shakes their hand and welcomes. I'm happy you're there. I just need a minute.
To myself.
To myself.
Yeah. But I meet people nightly from everywhere in the world, which is another great thing about Dubai. It's this hub, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's an honor for me. They're just quality people. They've got great stories to tell. they're travel and all the things I love. Travel, because I love travel. I think I'm about on my 60th country right now. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, the fridge magnets are mounting up, let me tell you.
Fall right over under the weight of them.
Yeah. And people, they're so interesting here, and they've lived somewhere or they've lived in multiple places.
Yeah.
And then they've decided that this is where they're going to be, so they kind of got the pull. They felt the Dubai pull. It's a thing as well, the Dubai pool. We all get it. And we all say, oh, we're going to stay 2 years.
Right.
And then leave.
Yeah.
And then there's that.
Right.
Rein you back in. Yeah, everyone I meet. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the thing. And that's why I really enjoy it. Because I love performing and playing music. And I love people. And I think the combination, I've never seen it so good here as anywhere. Like I said, the concentration of it nightly without fail. Just fantastic people.
Okay, I'm going to challenge you on that because I don't think it's just the people. I think it's you and your bands that you're in that also create the environment that attracts those people who get it. So I think that, I think it's a credit to what you guys do, that you create those environments that people feel attracted to, and that want to be and want to stay and spend the evening and want to talk to you and tell you their crazy travel stories.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought of it from that perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I should leave the pole dancing segment in the act. Maybe that's...
Put it back in.
Yeah, put it back in. Right. Yeah, I think that's...
People were loving it.
People were loving it. Okay, thanks for that, Great, nice. I like it, yeah. No, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, I get... But that makes sense, because what we do as musicians, and for those of you out there who are wanting to get into this business... this is another important thing I think to recognize, is that what we do is, it's not just us doing it on stage, playing or singing, performing, whatever. It's actually a two-way street.
Yeah.
It's this reciprocal.
Energy circle.
Yeah. And that's so actually that makes sense. What you said actually does make sense, and I get it now. We can't do it without, because do you remember that thing called COVID?
Refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Don't.
where we couldn't work for 2 years, right? And where we didn't work for 2 years, and basically, kind of survived off of, beans and rice
and live streaming.
Yeah. But the thing, and it wasn't just, obviously, not making money is not
ideal.
Yeah. It's not the best, and beans and rice gets old pretty quickly, although it's very sustaining. But that wasn't the only thing that we lost out on. We lost out on that contact with people. And so I think since COVID, more than ever, I think I'm even more into just, speaking to people, drinking it in, treasuring it, not taking it for granted, because it was gone like that without any warning. We were together. When
we were. Yes.
We were all
That's when we were having dinner. we were out for dinner, eating chicken wings.
Little did we know that was going to be our final chicken wing.
We might have made a more momentous meal than chicken wings if we knew we weren't going to be allowed.
I certainly would have had more wings if I'd have known. I'd have taken some home with me.
Right. Fill your pockets with 10 months worth of chicken wings.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. We were.
We all got, it literally went bleep.
Yeah.
Bleep. Oh, I've got a text at someone at the end of the table. Oh, I've got a text.
All entertainment canceled for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It said.
Just 2 weeks.
And then we
10 months later.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it was it was really hard, and it was hard to understand when things opened up again and people started to be able to, leave their homes and whatnot, because here in Dubai the lockdown was swift and very strict initially. And ultimately, I think it was a great decision because we kind of recovered from COVID a lot faster than other places in the world. But it was very hard to see other industries being allowed back to work. And we weren't. And we were sitting there going, we still have rent to pay and beans to buy, But it certainly highlighted for me one of the really fundamental aspects of our job as live performers, which is we're in the business of making people gather. So obviously we were like the worst thing for COVID because we wanted people to not gather and to stay far from each other. But it definitely made that apparent that that's in some sense what we're being paid to do. And that when things did reopen, we saw how much people wanted to gather and be in a space where there's energy from music, and do all those things you weren't supposed to do, like take off your mask and sing along. And it all felt very scandalous at the time, but also seemed like a real essential, you know, that people wanted to not watch our live streams anymore, even though they had been enjoying them the day before. Now, if they could be in the room with us, no contest.
Yeah.
No contest. People wanted to be in the room with us there, moving the air and the germs. I did do some singing behind a plexiglass, and that was special. I did, yeah. A couple of shows. I didn't hate it.
No.
Well, you know, we had a baby during COVID, and then so I was pregnant and then had a newborn.
Right.
So as much as I needed to be out working and wanted to be out working, I was also mildly terrified of people breathing on me. Yeah, no. So the plexiglass, I was up for that. Yeah. Okay. And I could also see my own reflection the entire night, so I was kind of like singing to myself in the mirror.
Win-win. What's not to like?
For 3 sets. And I go home. Yeah. Yes. We've gotten off track. Yeah. But talking about COVID. So before we got off on a fun COVID plexiglass tangent, we were talking about the good things about the industry here, and the fact that you say there's generally good audiences.
Yeah.
So if that gives you hope that there is still a place for live music, what worries you?
What worries me is something I think we've all had on our mind, is the potential, and also seeing some examples of it, instances of people coming in and bringing the scene down in terms of what they provide, but also in terms of the money, the financial,
the fee.
And it usually goes hand in hand. No disrespect to anyone, but if you feel that you don't necessarily, if you're not an A1 performer, then you feel maybe then I don't charge A1 prices, or so as my way in to get in.
Right.
And everyone needs a way in. I get it. But I don't think the answer in doing that is the answer to bring it down. Because I've seen it, again, over the 40 plus years. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I have seen this situation. So that for me is why it's particularly kind of like, oh, deja vu, you know. It's really important, again, for those who are, and I'm imagining that people watching this podcast, some of them are interested in, you know, being part of this, or getting into the music industry, here or wherever they are. But this applies to wherever you are. I think it's important to, again, stick to your guns. You know, do work hard, and do excel as much as you can. But with that, also expect, you know, a decent return on that. Because it's like any business. If you go plumbing, if you're a plumber, you're not going to undercharge. This is a specialist job.
Right.
I can't do it. You know, many people can't. And so you charge what you feel you're worth. And music's no different. And you know, I would say it was just as important, you know, in a different way. And if you spent years and years honing a craft, there's a value to that. So that's one of the things that worries me, because I've seen it happen around the world in various different scenes and it not recover.
Sure.
Because I don't think it comes back. Like most things, once it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
That'd be a shame.
Yeah.
Be a shame for everybody. You know, not just us, but like I said, the audience, because they do love it.
They do.
They love. It's so heartening for me to be here, and it's been 10 years now.
Yeah.
See that people just go nuts, and for all kinds of live music. It's not just jazz. It's rock. Rock and pop, top 40. Blues.
And it makes me wonder if there are elements of that would not be possible in other parts of the world. For instance, like brunch. And for those of you who are not from Dubai, haven't spent time in this area, Saturday and now starting to be Sunday brunch is a thing. And it's very different from what one would expect for brunch in Canada, which is where we're from. It starts at 1 p.m. and goes till 4. And it's basically an afternoon of food and drink at a nice venue. And so all of the 5-star and 4-star and many of the 3-star hotels will have this as an offering. And it is sort of a uniquely Middle East expat kind of experience, and often includes live music. And there are 13,000 restaurants in Dubai across all price ranges. But so then how do you differentiate, right, between good food A and good food B? Well, then a lot of times they're looking for the experience, and that will just be to go somewhere that has live music. And it makes me wonder, well, what if there were a venue in Vancouver who would just say, we're going to do Saturday lunch, but add live music? Like, would you see the return? Would people be pleasantly surprised and go to that?
They would.
You think? Yeah.
They would.
And be willing to pay, right?
I mean, obviously to a point, obviously.
Right.
But, but yeah, they would. They would.
Think so.
I absolutely know so. It's music's universal. People everywhere love me. And Vancouver is a good case in point. It's a place I know very well. And, it's home. It's partly my home. And I used to do gigs out there probably more than 10 years ago. We play at some blues bars. And literally, as soon as you play the first note, you strike up 2, 3, 4, they're up dancing. They're up. They're in it.
Yeah. You've taken me to one of those places. It literally took 2 beats and the dance floor was full all night. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, sadly, that place is closed. Yeah. On my last visit there, I guess I was there during Ramadan this year. Gone. The Fairview, gone. It was an institution. You saw it. Yeah. You see, but the people love it. So I'm trying to work out what the disconnect is there between, you've clearly got an audience that will pay to a point. I mean, obviously there's different price ranges, but they'll pay. And they certainly turn out in numbers. Yeah. So you're making your money that way. But I don't know what the disconnect is between them and then the owners or the club owners, why it's all of a sudden, from having decades and decades of knowing that live venues are, I mean, again, I grew up in London, in the UK, and in every pub there was a band. Right. Back in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah. And then that got less and less and less, and then it was a few select pubs and known pubs, and then it became no pubs, basically. But the people still want it. Yeah. So what gives? Where did it separate? Right. And where did it become unviable? Because I think it is very much viable, but I don't know. Do they figure that they don't want people to come out and they can make more money with, I mean, I know what happened in Australia. I spent some time in Australia, and when I first got there in the early 2000s, the scene was changing then, 2001, the local scene, the pub scene. And partly it was to do with the poker machines, the pokey machines, they called them, which basically
Right, video poker, right?
Yeah, gambling and those. Yeah. What are they called?
Slots?
So I've never been to Vegas. So what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I've never been to Vegas.
You don't know about it, yeah.
But so, and pub owners had realized that you put a few slot machines in the back and make more money than getting a band in, and you have to pay the band. But what do we lose? Right. When we do that, Sure, you might make some more money, and it might be easier money in a sense because you're just leaving slot machines to be filled.
Yeah.
But what are we losing? We're losing cultural experience. We're losing bringing people together.
Yeah.
Which again is something that during COVID got lost, and again had remained lost in some places.
Right.
Going back to Australia and New Zealand, another place I'm pretty familiar with, they lost a lot of when they reopened after COVID. They didn't really reopen. It never really went back to how it was before then. And I don't understand. That's something that's above my pay grade, I think, because I actually don't understand. Because if you've got the people that are still around, who still want it, who still have some money, even though life is more of a struggle now, but there's still money around, and they want an experience, and they're willing to fill a room and create this. I don't get why you're not giving them the option to have it. Back in the day, like I said, the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, there were live bands everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, again, whether I was in London or Vancouver, you were tripping over bands.
Right.
There was a band down there, go down the street, there was a band. It was everywhere.
Right.
So
yeah.
How and why, I don't get it. All we've done is achieved in separating people who are not going out and converging and kind of making a good time, making memories and creating a buzz. Surely you want that in society?
Right.
And as a business, surely you want, or I want my venue empty.
Right. Nobody here.
Do not darken my doorstep with your presence.
Or your business.
Or your business. Or your money.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, and I think I hope we're getting to a tipping point, right? Because our personal technology, of course, has all made us very, very focused on ourselves and what we're doing, and then has created this loneliness epidemic. So now, about 20 years in, I guess, from kind of having smartphones, right? Which seem to have greatly accelerated that I think and social media and all of that I think that now we're figuring out that it has not all been good for us to be like that. So I hope that we're going to be smarter about it in the next 20 years and find ways to manage that better. One of the things that always gives me hope is the fact that people do still go see live music. Because in a certain sense, if for $10 a month, your Spotify subscription, you now, in the palm of your hand, have access to the entire library of all the music ever recorded in the history of the world, pretty much. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, like you're going to find it. Then why would you ever pay more than $10 a month? But you do. People still do. So obviously there is something in what we are providing as a service, which is irreplaceable.
Oh, yeah.
And on some level, I think essential. And yeah,
for sure.
Keeps us going.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, I feel it's a worldwide thing, but because Dubai is Dubai, we're in a great spot right now, and long may it last. But yeah, what we do live wise, I'm not talking about recorded music because there's a whole nother issue there. But what we do live cannot be replaced by technology. That's one thing that I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about AI in that sense.
No.
Because AI, what is it going to be, like some little box thing, and it's just going to go beep, 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 beep. And that's not entertaining. Even if it sounds amazing, you can't beat live human people interacting, singing. When you get up and sing to someone and they connect, no machine will ever do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. I'm hopeful because, like I said, Dubai is a different place. I've never experienced anywhere like Dubai. It's unique, I think. And I'm hopeful that they have it in their DNA that they get that. And I think it is a cultural thing for them. The gathering of family, iftar.
Right.
Sitting down. I mean, I went to our neighbors' iftar. They had an iftar that they invited us to, Ramadan, the last Ramadan. And just an amazing, wonderful experience. Sit down on the floor and to eat and break fast. And we fasted that day as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we really got into the, the whole character.
The power of iftar.
Right, yeah. And it is a thing, and they start with a certain type of food to prepare your stomach,
Right.
the dates and
Yeah.
the yogurt and just to kind of get it all going. And then you pile on the, the lamb and the rice and the vegetables, But I mean, that's intrinsically in the people of this region, I believe, that sharing. I mean, very kind people here. I don't think I've met kinder people ever. Very giving, very. We got a couple of people that we've got to know on some of our gigs have become regulars. Not close, but quite regular. And I remember I think maybe even been the second time I'd even met. And I mentioned how much I really enjoyed a local dish, an Emirati dish, chicken saloma, which is. It's funny how a lot of people who live here don't have Emirati food.
Right.
They have Arabic food, which is traditionally Lebanese food, which is amazing, by the way. So my Lebanese peeps, I'm loving that food. But they don't actually have the Emirati food, and we are in the Emirates. So I seek it out, and I go down to Al Sif, the Baskatia. Thank you very much. Got my teeth back here. And seek it out down there. So I'd mentioned to this particular lady, I love chicken salama. It's my favorite. It's an amazing chicken kind of, curry type dish. And she went, oh, really? Great. I will send some to you tomorrow morning with my driver. And lo and behold.
As you do.
Lo and behold, because of course I sleep late because we work late, and knock on the door, bleary-eyed, pajamas, open the door. There's this driver person with 2 huge pots, chicken and rice and vegetables that she'd sent from Abu Dhabi.
Only you.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a wonderful giving,
Very generous in spirit. Yeah.
So I'm hoping, and I do feel actually more than hoping, I actually believe this, that is the nature here. And like I said, alluded to before, I feel it's not just the local people that I think it's anyone who ends up here. You kind of get into that vibe, and that is going to be the savior of the arts and the arts community and the music scene here, which I feel is growing. Is that people do love to share and get together and converge and have a good time. So I'm actually really hopeful about that.
Okay.
For here, yeah.
I think one of the things that's interesting about Dubai is in a place where 90% of the population are expats. Unlike other places that we've played, we played in Asia, for instance, in big cities, much bigger than Dubai, but for mainly local audiences. Right. But when you're in Dubai, almost everybody you meet is not from here. I think that on some level, each of us who have chosen to come and to stay have an adventurous spirit. I don't consider myself somebody who's very adventurous, but when you think about the fact that we've all picked up and left our homes and settled down a new home in another country, it's kind of a big deal.
It's kind of, yeah.
For us, it seems very normal because everybody we know and nearly 90% of the people we meet have done that. Yeah. But I think that that's part of what kind of creates the energy here too, that it's a bit adventurous.
It is. It's like, the kind of the pilgrims.
In my covered wagon. Crossing the desert.
Going to out west.
Right.
Or east in this case.
It's all desert.
Yeah,
it's all east,
yeah. No.
Well, I know that we could talk forever and ever and ever.
And we have.
And we have. Many times in the last 15 years. till the sun comes up and is burning hot, even way past daybreak.
Yeah.
So I will just ask you a few wrap-up kind of questions. What do you think? Better to be a live performer then or now?
I'm going to have to be a little bit on the fence here
Okay.
and say that I feel that then, being, 40 or so years ago, there was so much around, and it was amazing, and there's so much you could kind of glean from, your various colleagues or competitors, if you like, or whatever. And there was so much influence and what's the word I'm looking for? Something gives you a charge, gives you a,
Inspiration.
Inspiration. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, there was so much of that because there was so much live music. There was so much work. It just was. So you had that, which I would never replace. It was an amazing time, especially in the 80s. It was just amazing. That being said, being here now, but specifically here in Dubai, I have to make that clear, is for me a privilege. Yeah, and I wouldn't change that for the world.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a fantastic place. Like I said, to end my, which is not imminent, by the way. Okay, so don't get excited.
Is this your retirement announcement?
Yeah, I'm on a 20-year retirement plan. Yeah, absolutely. But for this to be the kind of the last stop, maybe the last hub. Yeah, it is really. For however long that is, this is wonderful. I'm privileged. I look forward every week to all my gigs. I never once get up and go, this is a chore. Amazing. I love all my gigs, all my bandmates. I loved it when you came in the other week and smashed it, by the way. Killed it, smashed it, should have seen it. Go and see her. She's amazing. And so it's a bit of on the fence, but but specifically here now, Dubai is unbelievable. Never seen anything like it.
Amazing. Yeah. You heard it here first. So you've mentioned a few times that this will be the last chapter of your career, and that you want it to go on for some time. I have a question. How old is too old?
Ooh. Well,
this is not, obviously.
Well, my dad, who was also a musician, my mum and dad, both my parents were musicians. I did gigs with him. He was about 80.
80.
Yeah, 80.
Yeah, okay.
I remember that being kind of the last gigs I did with him. So yeah, 80 is kind of cool.
Sure.
Which would give me a few more years.
Yeah, another 50 years.
I wish. But then even you can go beyond that. Right. I mean, that was just him. But yeah, I'm seeing it as being more than that if the body holds up, the body and the mind. Yeah. But but
one or the other.
One or the other. I'll take one. Okay. Yeah. But no, I mean, what's the great Roy Haynes, the great jazz drummer Roy Haynes, who's passed this year, or was it late last year? And he was 99. And still playing strong.
Unbelievable.
At a world-class level, world-class jazz festivals and venues. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he was a legend and an amazing drummer and musician anyway, but at 99, So that's inspirational for us all.
There's hope for us,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so then the last question would be, how do we do it? How all of us who are full-time musicians who have made some kind of a life out of this want to be doing it for a long time. I think I say that. Perhaps I'm talking out of turn. Many of us hope to do it for a long time. And there are many things about this life which are much more a marathon than a sprint. You are obviously ultra marathoner getting up there, right? 100 miles of swimming. So how do we do it?
How do we
Tips
do
and
it?
tricks.
Tips and tricks.
Yeah.
All right. Cheats. Yeah?
Right?
Yeah. For me, my mantra has always been just work hard at your craft. Like, do not cheat. Do not try and take a shortcut. Do not skimp. Do not disrespect it. Honor it. Just work as hard as you can. I mean, I still practice every day. That's I work harder now than I did when I was 21
Okay.
daily. Yeah. I work harder now. Yeah,
Okay.
which actually is kind of, maybe I should have worked harder then. Anyway.
So that you could take a break now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. So how do you sustain your career in anything? Is you work hard and be as best as you can be, and be your best. I mean, don't worry about, I'm best, I'm the best. Firstly, there's no best when it comes to artistic endeavors, because it's all, it's suppose what you think is good,
Right.
so what's the word for that? It's all subjective.
Subjective.
Yeah, got it. So there's no best.
Yeah.
It's not like, being a brain surgeon. Well, you can be the best brain surgeon. You're the one who fixes brains and they don't spill out on the floor and the patient dies. That's the best brain surgeon. That's the one I would want.
Yeah.
Or the best pilot. He lands he or she
Every time.
every time.
Yeah.
That's the best landing and the best pilot. But music, it's and that's the beauty of art, isn't it? So be your best, but be true to that best. So do practice every day, whatever that practice regime involves, and whatever it is that you need to do, because we all have our weaknesses, and that 50 years of doing this, I know I still have things I'm not happy with. So do concentrate on those and push yourself. Don't just go easy on the bit. Don't do what you can already do, because that's not working. Right. That never achieves anything. So just keep going, keep pushing, always be the best you can be. But again, best you can be. It's not competition, because music is not a competition.
No.
I support all my fellow musicians, and I respect all my fellow musicians. We help each other. And that's the thing, is that if we don't, that's where it falls to pieces.
Yeah.
I'm always, when I play at my Friday gig and I do my little monologue spiel thing, I'm always saying to the audience to check out these other... No, I'm not trying to take business away from our place, but if you don't let people know what's going on, then it's not real. The scene is not a scene. It's not a real scene. It's just, oh, you've come to see us. That's nice. But where else are you going? Because they all say to me, oh, where else can I? And I tell them, whether it's on the mic or in person when I go to the table, you can go, oh, try here. This is good. Oh, you like that type of jazz? Oh, well, then go there then, because that's be more suited.
Right.
Because what I believe in is creating a scene. And when you do that, you create a scene. If you don't create the scene, then it's just piecemeal, and it's one thing here and one thing there, and then it falls to pieces, because it's not sustainable. It's not a real thing. What we now, I think we have between us more and more as the years go by, is more of a scene, more of a tangible scene. And I have people who come and say, oh, I went to see Janelle. They come and say, oh, they've seen you, you know, great, because that means it's real, So do all the things you can do personally to enhance your craft, and then get better at that, because you never get there. It's never a there. It's not like running 100 meters and I won. I got past the tape first. There's always more. So keep doing that. Keep pushing, but then also support each other and your fellow band people and other venues, because that makes it real and tangible. And then that gives you the power then as a musician, because now all of a sudden it's now the thing that's required, that, we want more high quality, premium jazz, or whatever the music.
Yeah.
But it's that high quality, it's that premium, because so-and-so club has got it and we want that, like that.
Right.
Great. And I will always say, get so-and-so. They're amazing. You'll love them. That actually gets you more work.
Right.
Some people think that would be counterintuitive. It's like, well, why are you telling people about other places? No. You actually get more work, and you actually sustain this by letting everybody know that there's more of this.
Right.
Because there's enough to go around.
Yeah.
It's believe it or not, there's so many people anywhere in any town who all want music in their lives, who all want entertainment. This magic gift that we give them.
Right.
You know, that helps. Well, it helps us. It helps our mental health to begin with, and it helps theirs.
Yeah.
You know, and it enhances everybody's life, and they all want it. And you know this. That regulars, they're in every other week, or even every week, or every month. You get enough of those, all of a sudden, now it's like rooms are full, venues are packed. You know.
Yeah.
So that to me, that's self-preservation. You know, but. I let people know that your band exists and you can go and catch them over there and go and see them. I insist you go and see them. Is helping me.
Right.
It's preserving me as well. It's not me just being nice.
Yeah.
You know, but I am being nice.
You are nice.
But it's actually self-preservation because they come back and go, oh, they were amazing. You know, now they have somewhere else to go. Right. Now it's real. It's not just one gig. And it's like, oh, is this a real thing? You know, are they playing tonight? No, it's real. You can go to here. And then they tell their friends. And sometimes their friends go there. And sometimes they come here. And it's great.
Right.
So that's what I would suggest. It's putting the work in and then spreading the word and supporting each other.
Love it.
Ah.
So, of course, Joe has very kindly been telling, all of you that you should go and listen to everybody else. But where
go listen to everybody else. Forget us.
Just go. But where can they find you?
Where can they find me? Well,
yes.
I play. For those who don't know, I play in a band called Nouveau Soul, and it's my wife's band.
Yes,
who you know very well.
I've met her. Yeah,
a couple of times. Had a couple of evening soirees.
She will be a future guest as well.
Tune in for that.
Yes.
Anyway, so it's my wife, Carrie Gibson. She's a vocalist. It's her band, and so we regularly play. So our regular gigs are a place called NOLA, NOLA, which is in JLT Cluster P, and it's a New Orleans themed bar, very large bar, social house.
And restaurant.
Yeah. Wonderful. It's got a little music section. That's where we are. And she's actually been there coming up to 10 years.
Crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
But she started it without
Opened the
me.
venue.
Yeah, she opened it. So she's been there 10 years. So we're there on a Tuesday, which is ladies' night.
Banging.
Fantastic ladies' night. You actually have to book a week in advance.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And that's the 5-piece version of the band. So we've got the rhythm section, her singing, and a 2-person horn section, which is, I love real horns, trumpet and trombone. And of course, we're doing jazz, but we're also doing like more kind of funk. And we go into 70s funk stuff because we've got the horn section.
Yeah.
So some Earth, Wind and Fire and, Kool and the Gang or whatever. It's all very jazzy and funky. And we're also there on a Saturday as the trio. So this is a 3-piece version. And then we play at a venue called Jazz Lounge.
Yeah.
Which is in DIFC. It's Dubai's, I think it's a premier jazz club. It's
absolutely
specifically jazz. It's very intimate. It's like 20 tables.
So also book at least a week in advance.
Definitely. But it's an amazing venue. And we're there on Fridays. We do 2 shows, one at 7:30 and one at 11:30.
Yes.
So it's 2 separate houses. So it's 2 sets per show. And then when we finish the first set, that audience leaves.
kick you out.
They kick you out, basically. You get a little time to finish off your drink. And then they load in the next crowd.
Yeah.
And we go till around about 2:30. Yeah. So
yes, you do.
Yes, we do. Yeah. Much to the chagrin of the staff sometimes. We just don't stop playing. We just don't stop. Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
But audiences love it. Both places are absolutely fab. Highly recommend reservations in both cases. So that's in person, but online, you do have a bit of an existence online. So where can people find you online?
Right. So Nouveau Soul Band is the...
on Instagram.
On Instagram. I'll spell that. It's NUVO Soul _ band. And that's
on Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, is the best place.
That's
Yeah.
the best place.
Okay.
We post where we're at because we do other things
From
here
time to
and
time.
time to
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where you'll find us.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Joe, for coming and
pleasure.
hanging out.
Pleasure.
And you'll be back because I know you got more to say and I got more to say.
I got more
I have pages of notes. But we are trying to, focus. So don't go because we are going to have Joe do some lightning round questions, which are just little quick questions, things that I want to ask my friends. I want to know what's hanging around in their brain. And then we are going to make some music together.
Yay.
And Felix, who is behind the camera and the audio and everything, is going to come out and make some noise with us. And hopefully our children and the neighbors won't wake up because it's getting late.
Right.
Thank you so much for being with us for this episode. Please tune in to the next one as well. We got all kinds of cool friends and interesting music industry guests lined up for you. Thanks. See you soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh,
Very
serious
serious.
Serious stuff.
It's super lo-fi, the lightning round. I like paper. All right. So you're going to do 5 of these, Joe?
Okay.
Just
pick one.
pick one.
One at a time?
One at a time. If you
I'll
want
give 'em a
to.
good, so it's all fair. Closing my eyes, as you can see. All right, fumbling around, which is the story of my life, actually.
Do you need me to read them? I realize you might not have the glasses.
You actually do need to read these. Yeah, sorry, I usually wear reading glasses.
Yes. So we are not wearing our glasses, either of us. I suffer a little bit less, so I will read them to Joe. So, you got to pick up technology. You might have to give it to me. The last song that you listened to on your phone.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Huh?
That's
I don't know,
a good one.
in the car, maybe on the way over?
Well, it'll probably come up here as because I actually can't remember.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to remember either. No, 100%.
Okay, it's here. It's Michelle Indeggio-Cello.
Oh, okay.
The song called
I own that album on CD.
what was it? It's called what one is it? My goodness, I'm terrible, aren't I? I'm really bad. Call myself a musician. It's called The Way. The Way.
Okay.
It's extremely funky, which is why I was listening to it. I was checking out her bass lines and kind of trying to cop some of the.
Okay.
Yeah, she's ridiculously good.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called The Way. Check it out sometime.
I will.
Really good.
Which album
It's
is this
it's
on?
a
Is
it's
it
a second.
Peace Beyond Passion.
Yeah, it's the first track on the album.
Okay.
The Way, amazing.
Michelle Indeggio-Cello. Just say that to your Siri because I don't know how to spell it for you.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I like this game.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, is that right? Is that one meant to be?
That's maybe it is meant
Okay.
to be. Yeah.
Here. Your favorite thing about your performance right now?
About my performance.
Yeah.
Personally, just me or the band or
Just you.
Me.
I think we always have lots of complaints about things that we don't think we're doing very well, but what's something that you think that you're doing well right now?
Okay. I'll say this because I'm told this.
Okay.
So I feel comfortable to say it because usually I'm quite reserved in any praise, self-praise.
Yep.
People, when I go around to the tables and meet them, basically 10 out of 10 say that when you play, you are in the music and it makes me feel being in the music because you connect with the music and then that connects with me. And passion is the word I hear
Amazing.
all the time. Yeah. So that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working. And like I said, that comes from them, so I'll take it as a compliment that it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. All right. 3 more.
3 more. All right, let's have this one. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Did you cut these up, by the way?
I did. And I had help from my children, but it's mostly square-ish. So that's
very good.
what's an audience no-no? There's lots, but let's pick one.
There are a few. An audience no. Coming up on the stage and with your phone and going like that, play that song. That's really not cool. Yeah.
So take note.
Yeah. That.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Again, I don't mind a request. Please, if you have a request, we're happy to accommodate. Even if we don't know it, we'll actually give it a stab. But it's the action, and especially it's either me, and I'm doing. For those who've never seen me, I'm pretty busy on stage, especially at NOLA, with hands and feet. So that in my face is just,
while you're trying to be very in the music is a little distracting.
Yeah. But even not just me, even for Carrie, I see them people do it too, and it's like she's performing, she's doing her thing, she's got the last big high note, and you go like that. Yeah. So that's a no-no.
Yeah, that sucks. Don't do that.
Oh, let's have a pink one.
Okay. Who do you love to watch perform live?
Interesting. Well, I do love to watch you, and you did perform with us recently, and that was very inspiring. I really enjoyed that, and you smashed it. So there's that. Obviously, Carrie as well. I worked with her for 25 years now, and it's still enjoyable.
That's awesome.
And I still find something new and creative and something fresh. And she does it way more than I ever could. Like, for instance, she'll handle a phone situation in her face way more than I ever could.
The velvet hammer.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. I mean, then obviously there's the heroes I grew up with, you know.
Anybody still around who you get a chance to go see?
No, unfortunately, I'm of an age where now my heroes,
they would have been, right,
they're all gone.
Okay.
Except for Stevie, who I've never seen. And I must say, you have seen it.
I have seen, yeah.
That's, if there's one person I could, like, must see, and I hope I do get to, and I hope he's around forever, it would be Stevie. Because I just do absolutely believe he's the greatest musical entity since Mozart. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. So that would be
okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, if you're looking to buy Joe a Christmas present, now you know what to get him.
Yeah, ticket to see Stevie. Apparently he was performing in London recently, like literally last month, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have been cool.
And
two more, is it?
One last one.
Oh, one last one.
We're on the last one already. Gosh, these are fun.
They are fun.
Song that always makes your skin crawl.
Crawl. So that's not a good thing, is it?
No.
Oh, people are going to get disappointed with me, aren't they? It's probably going to be, and it's not because it's not great.
It's okay. It can be fantastic. This is
because
the subjective part of.
But Hotel California. And again, who am I? I'm nothing. It's a fantastic piece of work, and it's lasted
50 60 years, 70 years.
But I mean, you're laughing because you know.
Yeah.
And anyone who is in the industry for a while will get this. It's not because it's not great, but it's just been requested 100 million billion trillion gazillion squadrillion times.
Yeah.
That's simple as that.
Okay.
We actually had it requested last week, which we never do have it requested at NOLA.
No.
Because it's been made very clear by owners and management of the club that we are never to play that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's clear.
So the audience has kind of got the wind of that.
Sure.
But I guess this was someone who's never been before.
Okay.
Or, I don't know.
A tourist.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And yeah, so that was a hard no. You know. They were a lovely table. They were a birthday table. So we played something else that was that they equally enjoyed.
Okay.
So, yeah, because you don't really you want to hear the guitar solo, don't you? And we don't have a guitarist in this particular band that we work in, So why would we
bother?
But yeah, it's gazillion times, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you listen to it?
No.
Okay. That's been taken away from you too.
Yeah, you've ruined that.
Okay. Well, we are going to play some music.
Hotel California.
Maybe. We'll play it with barf bags at the ready. No, we are going to take a little break and figure out something else.
Yes.
That we know that perhaps you will enjoy as much as Hotel California. So stick around. Welcome back, everybody. So we did toss around the idea of doing Hotel California, but only Felix wanted to attempt that. Zip it. No, we are going to do a Herbie Hancock version of a B.B. King song. We're going to do When Love Comes to Town, featuring our super talented friend, Mr. Joe Bashorun, on keys, Felix on slide. Welcome, Felix, to the podcast. You've been on the other side until now. And actually, we have an audience for this one because Joe's lovely wife, Carrie, has just appeared. And so...
Should I pull that just to like...
Sure, come
up here.
jump in. Who's there? So that's your preview of Carrie, who will definitely have her own episode. Oh, that she does. She's also got a wealth of information for you. And because it's almost 2 a.m, I'm going to keep a little eye on the lyrics here, but here we go.
Lost at sea, under the waves before love rescued me. I was a fighter, I could turn on the thread, and now I stand accused of the things I said. Cause when love comes to town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Well, maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town. Used to find love under a red sunset. I was making promises I'll soon to forget. And I was as pale as the lace on my wedding gown, but I left him standing before love came to town. I ran into a juke joint when I heard the guitar scream. The notes were turning blue, I was lost and in a dream. As the music played, I felt my life turn around. And that was a day before love came to town. When love comes to town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Well, maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town. crucify my Lord. I am the scabbard when the soldier drew his sword. I threw the dice when they pierced his side, but I've seen love conquer the great divide. 'Cause when love comes to town, I'm gonna jump that train. When love comes to town, I'm gonna catch that flame. Well, maybe I was wrong to ever let you down, but I did what I did before love came to town.
Give it up for Joe. Thanks so much for being with us, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks. Easy. There we go. Oh, well, that was fun.
The Lady J podcast is hosted and produced by Janelle Thomas. It's filmed, recorded, and edited by Felix Frechette, who also wrote the theme song. Technical assistance provided by Theo Frechette. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave us a review on Spotify or drop a comment on YouTube. For inquiries, please reach out to me, Lady J, at ladyjmusic.com.